Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to be considering some of the spiritual gems comments for the week of June 24th to 30th, 2024. So friends, we extend you a warm welcome, and now let's jump right in. So let's start with the first question, and this comes from Psalm 55, 12 and 13. Let's read it. And this says, "For it's not an enemy who taunts me, otherwise I could put up with it. It's not a foe who has risen up against me, otherwise I could conceal myself from him. But it's you, a man like me, my own companion, whom I know well." So, did Jehovah predestine Judas to betray Jesus? And the short answer is no, he didn't. Some facts, for example, the prophecies foretold that some intimate acquaintance of Jesus would be his betrayer, but they didn't specify which of those sharing such acquaintance it would be. It seems evident that at the right moment of his being selected as an apostle, Judas' heart presented no definite evidence of a treasonous attitude. By the time such deviation reached a certain point, Jesus himself could read Judas' heart and foretell his betrayal. Okay, let's move on to the second one. What spiritual gems from this week's Bible reading would you like to share? Let's begin with number 1, and this comes from Psalm 54, verse 1. It says, "O God, save me by your name and defend me with your power." So this speaks about the great power of Jehovah. He can give us power beyond the normal to move forward and remain faithful every single day. That is why the Apostle Paul said in Philippians 4:13, "For all things I have the strength or power through the one who gives me power." Okay, number 2, Psalm 54:1. This verse reminds us how important it is to trust in Jehovah, because the matter is, if He is with us, then we have won, because He'll use His power to help us, not against us. 3. 54:2, this verse says, "O God, hear my prayer, pay attention to the words of my mouth." This teaches that by praying we can be honest with Jehovah, opening our heart before Him, expressing our deepest feelings and thoughts, and trust that He won't judge us wrongly or get us wrong. He understands all the things, He understands everything, and He listens our prayers. Number 4. 54:3, this says, "For strangers rise up against me, and ruthless men seek my life. They have no regard for God." This teaches that sometimes our path could cross with people who dislike us for no reason. Apparently, there is no reason why they don't like us, and which is why this is very important at all times to entrust ourselves to Jehovah. We might find this kind of people in anywhere, everywhere. 5. 54:6, this verse says, "I'll sacrifice to you willingly." So we highlight the expression willingly. This makes us think about our motives for making certain sacrifices or assignments to Jehovah. Do we really do it with pleasure, willingly to please Jehovah, or just to be admired by some people? So we do the right things with the right motive. Number 6, 55, 2 and 3. This verse says, "To pay attention to me and answer me. My concern makes me restless. I'm distraught because of what the enemy is saying and the pressure from the wicked one, for they heap trouble upon me, and in anger they harbor animosity against me." So this psalm can give some encouragement and comfort, especially if we are suffering for doing the right thing, and others are seriously upset with us. Sometimes the pressure is very strong, is a terribly weight on our shoulders, but we can throw these burdens on Jehovah. 7. 55:6. This verse says, "I keep saying, if only I had wings like a dove, I would fly away and reside in safety." So this teaches that sometimes problems, disappointments, etc. could tire us or makes us feel terribly bad, and the only thing we want to do is have wings to fly very, very far away from our current location or place or reality. And the matter is, Jehovah understands our feelings and He helps us endure and face at times our Goliaths or big problems. And it doesn't matter if for the other people this is not a big problem. Sometimes it is for us, and probably for other people, they will think this is not biggie. But Jehovah understands our situation. 8. 55:12. He says, "For it's no an enemy who taunts me, otherwise I could put up with it. It's not a foe who has risen up against me, otherwise I could conceal myself from him." So this teaches that the betrayal of someone whom we consider our dude, our friend, our buddy, our brother, our spouse, can be a very painful experience. Have you ever suffered a betrayal of someone who you really appreciate? Especially because we believe we didn't deserve to be paid like this. We see that King David, King Jesus Christ, the Apostle Paul, and others, the faithful biblical servants, they experienced the betrayal from their close friends. And this reminds us that it's part of our process in this life. 9. 55:18 and 19 says, "He'll rescue me and give me peace from those fighting against me, for multitudes come against me. God will hear and respond to them, the one who sits enthroned from old. They'll refuse to change, those who have not feared God." David didn't lose. The one who really loses is the traitorous person, the unloyal, disloyal person. In this case, we see that David received peace and help from God. And on the other hand, we notice how Absalom Ahithophel, Judas, Delilah, and others, they ended badly, terribly badly. This tells us, remember, that whoever chooses to act evil or disloyalty and doesn't repent, at the end, this person destroys himself with his own poison. But David moved on. No doubt, this is a good example for us. 10. 55:22. Throw your burden on Jehovah and he'll sustain you. Never will he allow the righteous one to fall. Some ways to throw our burden on Jehovah. We do this, number one, by taking a matter of concern to him in prayer. Second, by turning to his word and organization for guidance and support. And third, by doing what we reasonably can to relieve the situation. 11. 56:8 says, "You keep track of my wandering, do collect my tears in your skin battle. Are they not recorded in your book?" David knew that Jehovah was aware not only of his suffering, but also of its emotional impact. Jehovah was aware of everything of David's pain and remembered what David went through emotionally that caused his tears. Jehovah is aware not only of our situation, but also of its emotional impact on us. So this is very precious and encouraging. These are not just beautiful facts, but Jehovah's promise in our lives. So friends, that's a wrap for today's video. We want to say thank you. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Thank you for coming, for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day and be safe. Hope to see you in our next broadcast. So, see you next time.